Ukraine joins the Euro party with victory over Portugal on another milestone night for Cristiano Ronaldo. And England bounced back in style, hitting Bulgaria 4-6 on a night marred by ugly scenes of racism. My name is Deji Omotoyimbo. Welcome to Sports Express, brought to you by MTN. Many thanks for joining us for Tuesday's edition of Sports Express, brought to you by MTN. As always, let's go on the international newsreel trail. Here is Pedro Pita.
Thank you, Deji. We start off with wrestling, where Nigeria's elite female wrestlers, Oduayo Adekroye and Blessing Oborodudu, have both surged up the latest world rankings released by the United World Wrestling Federation. Commonwealth Games champion Adekroye moved one spot and is now ranked number 2 in the world in the women's 57 kg class, while 9-time African champion Oborodudu now occupies the 4th spot in the world in the women's 68 kg category. To athletics, the International Association of Athletics Federations (IAAF) has announced new regulations on testosterone-reducing medications for female athletes following a meeting of the Body's Council in Doha, Qatar on Monday. Under the new regulations, female competitors must now lower their levels of natural testosterone to 5 nanomoles from the previous limit of 10 nanomoles per liter of blood, while transgender female athletes are no longer required to be recognized by law in their new gender, but should provide a signed declaration that her gender identity is female. The new IAAF's regulations is the same as that which applies to athletes with differences of sexual development, DSD. To tennis, American 6th seed Riley Opelka has been knocked out of the Stockholm Open in Sweden following a shock defeat to Italy's Stefano Travaglia in the first round on Monday. The 22-year-old lost 7-5, 4-6, 6-4 to the unseeded Travaglia, while British number 1 Dan Evans took out Bernard Tomic of Australia 6-4, 1-6, 6-3 to progress to the next round of the event. Finally, to rugby, Ireland centre-back Bondi Aki has been handed a 3-match ban following his red card against Samoa last weekend, thus ruling him out of the remainder of the Rugby World Cup in Japan. The 29-year-old was sent off in Ireland's 47-5 win over Samoa in Fukuoka for a high tackle on UJ Septeni, and was initially given a 6-match ban, which has now been reduced to 3 upon appeal by the Irish Rugby Board. Aki will now miss Saturday's quarter-final clash with defending champions New Zealand, plus any further matches if Ireland progress.
Thank you very much, Pedro Pizza. That was the international newsreel just gone by. We'll return after the break with the Nigerian sports scene, and Bodi Oguntoyi is standing by.
Hello, lady.
Welcome back. It's the Nigerian sports scene on Sports Express, brought to you by MTN. Bodi Oguntoyi is here, as always. But Eaglets, they played the Sao Paulo feeder team, as we expected or we suspected yesterday. So 2-1 they lost, but good to get in shape for the World Cup.
Yeah, it is. I suspect that if they play that team again, they probably win. But it's good for them to get the long class and everything, and then they train the environment. But don't let me hold any brief for the English. They can take game with. Like I said, it's good for them to get a game under their belt, and it's also good for them to get what the weather feels like.
The feel of the place.
So
all right. There's this story saying Uzo is out for 1 month in one of the papers. I don't know. That looks like, if it's cruciate ligament, we have much longer than a month. And in that case, that means we have a decision to make in the goalkeeping stakes for the Super Eagles. So, is it that Okoye's cameo appearance has earned him the goalkeeper's jersey? Are we going to have is there going to be a recall for the gentleman in South Africa?
Look, I'm actually waiting to see how that will pan out, because we have 2 games back to back.
Yeah.
I think next month. But I saw an interesting comment that the coach made. And he said that he picked up Okoye ahead of Ezima because Ezima is smart trusty. I find that strange. Because remember that all the time that he was selecting Ezima,
he was much rusty. He wasn't even playing. Yeah, and that's a good point.
It was pointed out to him over and again, and he just ignored it. That is convenient to say that Ezima is not trusted because he wants Okoye to play. Did you hold on? Okoye has played 3 years in the Regional Liga, 3 years, and he's played 36 games in those 3 years. And you think it's better than someone that is constantly look. Keepers make mistakes, but General Trump and his apologies for the goalkeeper department. Once a keeper makes a mistake, they start pointing and highlighting that mistake. All keepers make mistakes. What you do is that you stick with them and to keep their confidence up. When Ezenwa rescued us, but that's what he did against Cameroon.
Against Cameroon, yeah.
Then he was a hero and he was okay until Rob found Uzoho, and then suddenly, oh, Koye is a home-based player. Let us keep watching. Let us keep watching. It's fine.
You know, there's something I do not get. If this gentleman was not a goalkeeper, would we go and pick a player in the fourth tier of the German league to come and play for the national team? When you are playing, even picking championship players, people are grumbling that he's playing in the championship. Fourth tier. And you're telling me that of the 20 goalkeepers...
Don't blow down Division 4.
Okay, Division 4. And you're saying of the 20 goalkeepers on the whole scene, at least there are 20 teams, there are 20 goalkeepers at least, first choice player keepers. You can't have that. Or you're now saying that we have decided to discard, what's his name now? Because of one mistake in the Nations Cup.
Akpeyi.
Akpeyi.
Look, I had a theory. And I'm waiting for somebody to disprove it. I'm looking at everything that's happening in the league. I know a lot of people disagree with my theory. I think the theory is we want foreign players to play for Nigeria. And since there have been arguments that when the league is going on, you can at least have 2 or 3 players that should play in the national team. Let us destroy the league so that there will be no excuse. And that's where we are now. Because now we have had, it's much rusty. Fantastic.
It's a convenient excuse. Yeah.
Because when there's a call of the next Super Eagles team, 2 things happen. Those boys that lost to Togo, no, you can't have them. They are not playing games. And so it is completed.
But some people have been sounding this note of warning and we have been sounding it here. Even if this league is as bad as you people say, what are we doing to fix it?
No,
what are we doing to raise the standards? If you do not nurture this league, Nigerian football will die a natural death. You are not going to get players from all over the world who come to play for Nigeria. Now, all of you people are ranting and making fun of Tan Abraham on Twitter because he rejected Nigeria. That's just the start. A lot of other players will still do the same thing. What are we doing to grow the league? The people in charge of the league, what are they doing to improve it if it's as bad as they say it is?
For me, I don't think there's any nation in the world where all their players comes from. No, there's no team. None, except us. And we'll get back to what you have been saying. We need to make this league work. It's going to be the starting point. The Eagles are just how do you call it? It's luxury.
No, but what I don't even like, it's gotten even so bad that even when players now leave this league and go abroad, you still ignore them. I mean, there's the gentleman, the young man that went from Stephen Ode. They don't even get a look in. Even when they now make the move to Europe and they are doing decently well, they still don't get a look in. You still go and call somebody, the gentleman they call from Bulgaria. How is he better than Stephen Ode?
Honestly, well, like I said, I have my own theory, and I'm somebody proves me wrong. I'm sticking by it.
All right. I've learned not to argue with Body when Body says something from the local league, so I'll keep it at that. Even though I may not agree, but I've learned not to argue with an expert on the local league. Thank you very much, Body. We'll return with the World Soccer Report in a minute.
We're going.
It's the World Soccer Report on Sports Express brought to you by MTN. Slim Gaming here. Euro qualifiers. Ukraine have joined the party. They qualified at the expense. Well, not at the expense. They qualified by beating Portugal. Portugal can still qualify. And it's now CR700. Cristiano Ronaldo, 700 goals for club and country in that loss. Unfortunately, it was a loss by Ukraine. I think it underlines, it puts our performance against Ukraine in perspective. That's what I think. That's what I think. Because they really played very well yesterday. They were much the better team all through. Portugal didn't really get going, but what?
After had 24 shots. 10
The goalkeeper.
The goalkeeper had a
blinder, yeah. It happens. It happens.
I wish Ronaldo had 5 to 10 years more. Maybe we'll get close to that 1,000.
No. I'm beginning to think I want Ronaldo and Messi to retire in the next 1 or 2 years. I'm tired of what happens on Twitter. Anytime Messi achieves something, Ronaldo fans want to go there and water it down. Anytime Ronaldo achieves something, it's ridiculous. Let's just enjoy these two guys. You are now coming up and showing this that's how Ronaldo has scored 700 in 900 and something games. Messi is this. It's absolutely ridiculous. Stop trying. You can support your man, but stop trying to ridicule the achievements of the other person. It doesn't make sense.
I'm just enjoying.
I mean, we're enjoying. Yeah, exactly. We're enjoying. These guys will not be here there for the next few years. They are getting old,
5 years.
and it's when they're gone that we'll realize what we're missing. But
Oh yes, when the standards drop.
exactly. So Ukraine through to the Euros. England have to wait. They need only one more point, even though they defeated Bulgaria 6-0 in Bulgaria in a game marred by racism. I've always said this: the football authorities in Europe and FIFA, it's lip service they are paying to racism, and it's kids' gloves. If what happened yesterday with Bulgaria and all the Nazi service and all, if you ban Bulgaria or you banish them to Kazakhstan to be playing the game for the next 7 or 8 years, things will change. But nothing will happen.
What I would say is
Or you
ban them completely
From-
from international competitions for at least 2 years. Suspend another 2 years.
suspended.
2 years suspended that in case they do it again. It is because even from those things yesterday, you could see that it was deliberate. Those guys targeted the stadium to do what they wanted to do. So if you ban them for 2 years, in total 4 years, with 2 years suspended.
You know what someone told me?
Change.
You know what someone told me, and I think it's a very good point. He says the average European administrator of football who is white does not feel what racism is. He doesn't know. He doesn't feel the impact. So at times they wonder, what's the big deal? Honestly, so they indulge it, and it's like they're paying lip service to how do I say, eradicating it. So England, one more point, they should get that. Group H is getting very interesting. France pegged back 1-1 with Turkey. They scored first. Turkey equalized, and Iceland 2-0 over Andorra. So Turkey and France, after 8 games, are now on 19 points each. Turkey, I think, is on not goal difference, on head-to-head that they're leading France, and Iceland on 15. So interesting times. The next game, which is key in this round, is Turkey against Iceland. I think that's the winner takes all.
Yeah, but
And France
I
should be able to get a result against Moldova.
now I don't think those two will go through.
France and Turkey.
France and Turkey. The gap already between themselves and Iceland just puts them in that position. Just depends on who places first and who places second. A surprise result though that France were held at home. Just questions a little bit of these host tactics and
Yeah, but just like we talked about Ukraine, the Turks were very good, very defensively.
Very
Very good. Even
defensively.
though their own keeper too
Hey,
had a blinder.
they have a very, very interesting central defensive pair now. So too of Leicester and Demiral of Juventus. Very interesting looking central back pair, and that's sort of a pair for the future.
All right, that's our show. We want to thank you for joining us. Before I go, a birthday shout out to a dear Aburo and friend of mine, Remy Durojaye. It's your birthday today, Remy. Wish you many more years in health, wealth, and prosperity. My warm regards to your lovely wife and your daughter. Enjoy your day, Paul. Best of the rest is from tennis. 20-time Grand Slam winner Roger Federer has revealed he will take part in next year's Summer Olympics in Tokyo as he bids to win gold in the men's singles event. The 38-year-old Swiss, who missed the Rio Games due to injury, has never won an Olympic singles title, though he did win gold in the men's doubles with compatriot Stan Wawrinka at the 2008 edition in Beijing, China. My name is Dave Jomoto. Thanks for your time. Good morning.
This has been a Sports Vision production.